In this video, I'm going to show you how to remove your rear wheel from your bike. If you've got a disc brake bike, a rim brake bike, a through axle or a quick release, we're going to cover it all, so let's get to it. First of all, you want to prepare your bike. Now, you want to have a nice even surface to do this on. You might want to use a bike stand like I am today, or you might even be out and about, you might have punctured out on your ride, and you can always flip your bike upside down and rest it on the saddle and the handlebars. Now, some people might think that that is a bit of a rookie move, but I'm going to say it is better than having your bike topple over and damage your rear derailleur. Next up, you want to shift your gears into the smallest cog on the cassette. Now this is going to take some tension off the chain and the rear derailleur. So all you need to do, click your gears all the way down to the smallest one at the back, like so. And this is also going to make it easier to put your wheel back in after. So don't miss this step. Once you're in the smallest cog at the back, all you need to do is undo your through axle. Now, my bike actually has a very clever built-in tool to undo it, but you might need an Allen key. So just grab one, undo it. And when you are taking the through axle out, make sure to hold your wheel in because it will fall out otherwise. Once your through axle is out, put that somewhere safe. Hold your wheel, and then you want to grab your rear derailleur, gently pull it back, and the wheel should just fall out. Make sure not to get your cassette caught in the chain when you bring it out, so do it nice and slowly, and then your wheel is out. If you are using a disc brake bike, you want to make sure that you do not, under any circumstances, pull your back brake, because the brake pads will go together and then they won't release, meaning that there's basically no room for you to get your rear wheel back into the bike, meaning that you're probably going to need another trip to your local bike shop. Now, to put your wheel back on, you want to align the wheel with the frame, put your cassette in between the chain, and then you want to pull your rear derailleur back slightly. Make sure the chain sits properly on the smallest cog. Now, if you have disc brakes as well, ensure the rotor aligns correctly with the caliper, and then it should just slot back in. Now, if your rear wheel isn't going back in smoothly, you just need to make sure everything is aligned, give it a little nudge, and it should go back in. And that's all that's left to do. Is put your through axle back in, tighten it up, and you're good to go. Now, moving on to a quick release rim brake bike, you want to start off by doing exactly the same steps. So shifting into the smallest cog at the rear. Again, this is just going to take the tension off the chain and the rear derailleur. Now, something that we didn't do with a through axle bike, but we need to do on a rim brake bike, is release the lever that will bring the brake pads further away from the tyre, allowing the wheel to come out a lot smoothly. So just undo that little lever there, bring it all the way to the top, and just remember to do that back up when you put your wheel back in. So now that's all you need to do is pull the quick release lever out, unscrew a few times. Make sure not to unscrew all the way because you want this to stay in. Do a few screws, hold your wheel because it will fall out otherwise, pull your rear derailleur back a little bit, and the wheel should just quite literally fall out like that. Now, to pop your wheel back into the bike, you basically want to reverse all the steps that you did to take it out. So you want to align your wheel, pop the chain in between the cassette, align the chain and make sure it sits nicely on the smallest cog. Bring your derailleur back slightly, and then the wheel should slot in like that. You might find the next bit easier to do on a level surface, so the wheel is sitting in the bike straight. And then you just want to tighten everything back up nice and tightly so your wheel doesn't fall out. Once your wheel is back in, make sure to give it one last check over. Make sure it's sitting nice and straight in the dropouts. Make sure it's properly in and it's aligned with the brake pads as well. And then you can just do that brake lever back up and you're all good to go. So there you have it. There's how you take your rear wheel off your bike. If you have any questions to do with this video, just drop it down in the comment section below and we'll do our very best to answer them. And if you want to know a little bit more about bike tech, then head over to our GCN Tech channel where we have hundreds of videos all to do with bike tech.